Hi everyone. So in this video, we're going to look at how can we add students to our classrooms that we've created now. I finished the permissions. If we look at class 8C as an example, I can go edit the channel. And from here, if I look at permissions, I can see that my everyone permission is complete. I can go to 8C. They can view the channel, connect, speak, and also use voice activity. And then the student body can also view and speak. They can mute members, move members, and the teachers, in this case is wrong, should be priority speakers. Use voice activity, move members, mute members, and also speak, and they can also create invites. So let's just have a look at D, if this one's correct. Everyone role seems fine. This role seems fine. Student body teachers. Yeah, so all of them seem fine. So from here, the next step is to share or create invites. So I can, from this button over here, click share. Or I can right click on my channel and say invite people. So let's click on invite people, or at the very top of my channels, there's these little buttons that says create invites as well. So let me right click and say invite people, copy this link. And now that I've pressed copy, I can go to my email, subject, I'm going to make this join Discord channel for live school sessions. Paste it in there. The recipients would be student 1, student 2, and then also student 3. I don't need to type it out because of the contact list we created in an earlier video. If I now say send, then student 3, 2, and 1 should receive these emails. So let's start with student 3, because student 1 is already registered with Discord, and student 3 and student 2 are not yet. So if I go to student 2 or student 3, open up the email, there's my invite. I can just click on the invite. It takes me to the Discord app, and I'm going to click on the Discord icon, because if I click here, it's going to open Discord, but I want to open it in the web browser. So I'm going to click Discord over there, close this tab. And I'm not registered with Discord yet, so I can't log in and just start using it. So I'm going to show you the web version of Discord. So you get a phone version, an application we installed on our computer, or so an app on your phone, or you get the web browser version that students can use. All of them work perfectly fine. So the email for this student, let's just have a look. Student number 3 is this email over here. So obviously a student should know their own email. Let's paste it in there. But it's not registered yet, so I need to say need an account, register. There we go. My username would be student3 in this case. Give myself a password. Every username gets a unique identity with a hash symbol and 4 letters, so usernames don't matter too much. And I can press continue. So it asks me, do you want to create an account? Prove you're not a robot. So I click prove I'm not a robot. I need to select bicycles again. Selecting all the bicycles until there are no more bicycles. There we are done. Verify. I can save the username and password, because in Google they've got this very nice feature to save usernames and passwords, so that every time I come back in, it will remember my Discord session. Welcome to Discord. I'm going to skip this for now. It's good to go through it the first time you connect, of course. And I'm also going to unclick this. It's a good idea to have this on your Apple phone, your Android phone, or your Windows devices, but I'm going to close this for now. and they say, please check your email and follow the instructions to verify your account. So I go back to my email, press back here, and there's a verify your email address. I can click the verify email button, and I need to prove I'm human again. So we need crosswalks. This picture's got a crosswalk, this one. I press next. Oh, the other one had one as well. Ha, whoops. Crosswalks. They're happy with my half-baked answer. So I can say continue to Discord. Well, not really. Why? Because this will open the app. So I'm going to say cancel. I can just close the screen, come back to my Discord tab, and I can then start using it. Very useful information, by the way, that you would see the first time you log into Discord web. As at the top they say, we hope Discord can be helpful in these times, and we start a templates page so anyone from book clubs to dance groups can stay in touch. So we'll talk about those templates. In our next video, like we said in a previous video, we're also going to create our own template as well. But for now, we're not going to enter that. We're going to continue joining a server. So if I go back to my email, there's my email with my link. I can just copy that link address, right click on it, copy link address, go back into Discord. If I clicked on it and I had the app installed, it would have automatically joined the channel. But because I'm using web, it's a bit different. So I say add server, join the server, and I can just simply paste it in there and say join. Let's just wait a little while. And there we go. I can see student free is now part of my server. And the app notified me now that there's someone new. If I open up the app over here, I can see student free is now in my class. And I can say, all right, student free, I know you. You are in class 8B. And I assign the role class 8B to student free. As soon as I did it, you can see that it moved to class 8B1. Well, 1 is showing how many people are there, but he's in class 8B1. And he's got a color code for that specific role. Let's go to student 2. Let's add someone else in there. Wrong email. So we go join the Discord channel. We can, well, we probably need our email address first. So we can click on this link to first open up Google, open up the Discord app, and then click on Discord at the top left corner. We need to register student 2, so I just use the email address. I click on login, same as we did before. Register a new user. We'll call this one student 2. Give it a password. Prove we're not a robot once again. So fire hydrants. We're playing little games here of proving we're human. Verify. And I can say save. So the browser should remember my passwords now. I need to verify. So if I close this, we can say I need to verify my account. If I go back to my email, I should have a new email in there. They're quite quick. Verify my email. I need to, with the reCAPTCHA, prove I'm human again. Crosswalk, crosswalk, crosswalk. Verify. And they're quite happy. So I can close this and continue working in Discord. Now I need the verification code. So there's my code. I can copy the link and in Discord say add a server, join a server, and enter it. The next time someone invites you to a server, it would be a lot easier. You'll just get a notification, you can join it immediately, and in your app it will just simply add it in there. So only the first time when you need to register, it's a little bit longer. But as you see, if you know what you're doing, it's a couple of clicks away. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to say skip all the tips. And for user free as well, skip all tips. And then user 1, we need to add to the server as well. So I can just go and say add server is already registered. Join the server, paste it in there. And there you can see, of course, it's a lot quicker for them because they're already registered. So I just wanted to prove that part over there. So as an administrator, I need to now do a couple of things. I've got 2 new students. I've got student Tiny, which is student 1, student 2, and student 3. So student Tiny, do we like that name? No. So we're going to change the nickname to student 1 and press save. Because of my authorizations on the system that we defined earlier on, I, as an instructor, am allowed to do this. I can then right click on student 1 and say, who is student 1? Student 1 is part of class 8A and part of the student body. So please notice he's now only in class 8A so far. But if I also add the role student body, then it only shows that this user is part of the student body. It doesn't display you under each and every role. This is just to show which users are there with their highest elevated role available. So there's a teacher, there's someone from the student body, and there's pupils in classes. This user does not have a role yet, except for the everyone role. So student 2 can go to general chat over there, and student 2 should not be able to go here. There's something wrong with, whoa, I'm the instructor. Not very well defined. Let's go to student 2, general chat. I can go to general chat. Let's just deafen our ears over there. General chat, but if I try to go breakout text, we did not define this yet. If I try to go to any of the 8 classes, I can't see it. Why can't I see it? Because I don't have authorizations for it yet. Let's see if I can access Kids Zone only. I can, so I need to relook at those authorizations. But I can't see the 8 classes. So if I now go in here and I say, all right, student 2, I'm going to make it part of class 8B. So right click on it, role, class 8B. Then my student on his side would see class 8B is now available and they can join class 8B. And then of course, if I undeafen myself and unmute myself, I'll be able to hear whatever's going on. So let's have a look at the Kids Zone. What's wrong with that authorization? What did we do wrong? Permissions. Oh, that's what we did wrong. I've only got at everyone role in here. So we did not define it yet. So I'm quickly going to define it. Create invites. No, none of these are for everyone. Everyone can read messages, send messages. Should we do that? I'm thinking, no. Let's take all the permissions out here. Let's say save. Let's see what happens on this side. Student 2 can't see it because there's no one with permissions there. And let's add class 8A with permissions to read, send, not TTS messages, not manage, not embed, not attach. None of these over there. And the same for 8B for now. We don't need to add all of them. No administrative rights, of course. Read, send, no, and none of these permissions. Oh, well, mention at everyone is okay, and none of these. Let's just give that to 8A as well. So let's have a look. Over here, we can see student 2 can now see the Kids Zone. And if I click on the Kids Zone, I'm now in the Kids Zone chat channel. So I can say, hi guys, over there. Teacher also received it, as you've noticed. So I can only view, as a student, the various different classes I'm allowed to view. And let's join these classes. So I'm just going to deafen myself from the other user's perspective. And let's join these classes. So I'm going to join as student 3, I think I'm now. I'm going to join class 8B as well. And with student 1, technically student 1 is part, if you can remember correctly, is part of 8A, but is also in the student body. So this student can technically join class 8B, although he shouldn't. He could, because he's got an elevated authorization. Now, it's good that we showed that student A, or student 1, can join class 8B. So let's have a look, what can I do as a teacher? Of course, I can join the same class. I can start streaming live, so I can say go live. Let's show either a specific application only, or show this screen, the whole of the screen, to my users. So now my users can see this. Luckily, I've deafened all of them, otherwise we would have had a bit of an echo in here. But the student, if I go to a student's perspective, can now say join the stream. They can view it live. Let's just make this a bit bigger. And there, of course, because I'm streaming the screen, you're seeing the effect of streaming this specific screen. So let's maybe change this a bit. Let's say go live, stop streaming. I could have just said change window, by the way. Let's go live with screen 2. There's nothing there at the moment. I can maybe just open up my email over there. Not something I want to stream, but or the Google Calendar, Google Drive. Let's open Google Drive. Say go live. Now I've gone live, and this student can now see me live, streaming live in here as well. And none of the other students are streaming. It's just showing all of them are connected. I can also say go full screen. And once I've done this, I can just see this a little bit bigger over here, and I can see who else is connected, and I can follow what the teacher is saying as well. I can exit full screen as well. And at the same time, if I click on something like typing, I have a question, it just minimizes my screen over here. So I can pop it out again. And if I popped it out, I can see it while I type or put it on a different screen. And I can also maximize it if I want to go full screen mode once again, and then just see the full screen mode over there. Just waiting for it to connect. I think it's because I'm on the same computer. Just want to see. Oh, for some reason, did I stop my go live? No, I am streaming. For some reason, it seems I've got a little bit of a problem with my internet right now. It drops sometimes, but my live session unfortunately stopped. So I'm going to say stop watching here. Close this. Let's just see if I can join the live session again. All right, there it reconnected again. It's got to do with my internet. So obviously this can happen if a student has bad latency or the internet drops, like mine for some reason just did as well. Luckily my stream didn't drop, but I can still see it. And if I could hear it, we can maybe make it available for a short period. Let's just say, ooh, you can hear, not very good idea. But they'll be able to hear it, and the volume, as you heard, is overwhelming. You can hear yourself quite well. So let's do a session. I'm going to stop the stream for now. everyone within my classroom can still hear me talking to them, obviously if they weren't deafened, but they can still hear me talking to them as well. I'm just going to say, go back to the kids zone over there. So I just click on the kids chat so that screen is away. And I'm going to start activities over here. So as a teacher, let's go to the teacher's view. I'm just going to say we have a breakout session. Let's start the activity. I can then move my students. So I'm going to say student 1. I'm going to right click and say move to breakout 1. Student 2, move to breakout 2. And student 3, move to breakout 2 as well. So if I open the breakout rooms, there I can see according to their assignments, each of my students are moved to their various different breakout sessions. So apologies for, let's just stop our streaming by the way. Apologies for the loud sound, but it's because the browser for each student is picking up that they've been moved, and it just portrays that sound across. So all of them have been moved, and then of course they can just see it. So all of them can see the various different breakout rooms as well. So I'm now in a breakout session. If I'm not muted and not deafened, and of course a teacher can at any time, I'm just going to stay quiet while I do it. Go right click on a student and let's just say server mute, not mute. All right, so I can't unmute them if they're muted themselves. But in any case, they'll have to unmute themselves so that they can hear it. But I can mute them if I wanted to. This is administrative mute. And I can also, if I want to, deafen them so that they can't hear anything anymore. That's not a good thing. No teacher can do it. Only I can do it because I'm the admin of this specific system. But unfortunately, I can't undeafen them if they're not deafened, if they deafen themselves. So I'm just going to unmute here. All right, so I just didn't speak. I just wanted to show you while I did it. Because I've muted this person, the person couldn't talk anymore. It showed that icon immediately. But as soon as the user deafens himself, it mutes himself as well. So just one of the side effects over there. But students won't deafen themselves. They'll just mute themselves, and you can just tell them unmute, I can't hear you, and they'll talk to you. But you can mute them if they're disruptive. You can just right click and you can say mute, and they are now server muted if they can't hear you or if they don't adhere to what you're saying. All right, so here we can see you can go live, show your sessions, and then of course from a student perspective, if they belong to different servers, they can just simply go and say, all right, let's click on a different server. There would be different icons on here, and then click on that specific class that they need to join next, and they'll be out of this teacher's session, out of their various different classrooms, and into the next teacher's class. So every teacher can be listed to the left-hand side here, and we'll very shortly create a new video for that, and they can just follow whatever the teachers are doing over there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please post it to us. The links are in the description beneath the videos. We're going to conclude this video for now for adding students. The next video is going to talk about server templates, how I can create a server template. So I'm going to finish this template, and I'll also give you an address that you can communicate to in the links of the video, where you can get these templates from. And then we'll also discuss Discord's templates that they've actually released now recently because of the COVID pandemic. So there's various different resources available that you can utilize to create your channels so that it doesn't need to be from scratch. Thanks again, guys, for joining. See you in the next video.